Welcome back to another show, Pats Nation. Another live watch party here for the New England Patriots. Week 9, Atlanta Falcons. Atlanta's getting the ball first here. We got Bijan Robinson here on second down. Is only going to get about a yard on a screen. Atlanta's going to be starting with the ball like previously mentioned. Patriots won the coin toss. They elected to defer in the third quarter. Seems to be the identity here of New England, and that's what they're going to do. Every time that they win the coin toss, they're going to elect to get the ball to start the third quarter, start there on defense. Earlier in the season, we saw that same philosophy. Then they tried to go offensively. Now they're back to this philosophy. Same thing Bill Belichick did iconically back in the olden days, and I think we're going to see the same thing with Mike Vrabel. Michael Penix sacked here on 2nd and 8. That's going to be K'Lavon Chaisson, who now breaks his all-time record, at least should. Let me make sure I get this right. I believe K'Lavon Chaisson just broke his season record, all-time season record for sacks. So 3rd and 12 now for Atlanta on the opening drive here of the game. And K'Lavon Chaisson, 4.5 sacks, now 5.5 sacks on the season. That is now a new season high for him. And that is incomplete with pressure coming here for Atlanta. So 4th and 12 for Atlanta to start the game. And the New England Patriots immediately force a 3-and-out on Michael Penix and the Falcons. Now, Billy Bowman is really just the biggest name for Atlanta that's going to be inactive in this game. The safety for them, very, very good player. So that will be a loss for them. But other than that, Atlanta's going to be at least fairly healthy in this game. There's a lot of players that are dealing with injuries, so certainly things to watch. But Michael Penix in the game. Drake London's going to be in the game. All the guys that we saw inactive last week for the most part are going to be active for Atlanta in this game. Marcus Jones is going to fair catch the ball at about the 25-yard line. And that is where the New England Patriots will take over. But like previously mentioned, K'Lavon Chaisson with a sack here in this game on 3rd down. He now has 5.5 sacks on the season. His best season came last year with the Raiders in his breakout season, in which he had 5 sacks. So as long as they counted that as a full sack for K'Lavon Chaisson, which I don't see why they wouldn't, then K'Lavon Chaisson will have broken his all-time sack record here in the NFL. So big time year here for K'Lavon Chaisson. We're only at about the halfway mark of the season. And so right now, K'Lavon Chaisson is on pace for double-digit sacks. Now, say what you will about on pace, but for wherever it's worth, he's on pace. Drake May on 1st down is going to hand it off to Travion Henderson. Henderson is going to get about 5 yards here. Let's keep in mind the Atlanta Falcons defense is ranked 22nd against the run. No Ramondre Stevenson into this game. He's going to be inactive with a toe injury. We don't really know much about this toe injury, but if it's turf toe, chances are Ramondre could be out for a little while. It's going to be a big opportunity. Big opportunity for the rookie running back to get some things going. Had some opportunities last week. Now, Henderson is best running on the outside. In 2 back-to-back plays, the Patriots have given the ball to Travion Henderson on the inside, which is not really where Travion Henderson operates. It's not really his game. That's more Ramondre Stevenson's game, running in the interior. But a couple of good runs here. It's going to be 3rd and 1, though, for the Patriots. And yes, Alex, we will be announcing the 2 winners today. So we were going to announce the 2 winners for the Patriots rivalry jerseys giveaway during the live watch party. I woke up with like 20 new submissions on TikTok. And so we're going to do it on the Postgame show so that I can make sure everybody is included into the giveaway properly. And so if you still want to enter the giveaway, you have an opportunity today. Just make sure that you do enter before the end of the live watch party. But Kyrie's Tonga is going to be the fullback for the Patriots. The defensive tackle comes in on 3rd and 1. Travion Henderson, again, just runs right up the middle. Or rather, this is Terrell Jennings. Terrell Jennings gets a run right up the middle, and the 335-pound defensive tackle, Kyrie's Tonga, is the fullback. May under pressure, checks the football down to Henderson. Henderson shakes off a couple tackles, and Henderson's going to get the first down now. So this drive has been all the rookie Travion Henderson. You had, again, Terrell Jennings get that third down run just to play a go. But other than that, it's been run by Travion, run by Travion. Then they're going to set the check down up to Travion. Travion dodges two Atlanta defenders. It turns around, shakes a couple of guys off, and is able to get the first down. So should have been stopped. But the shiftiness of Travion Henderson is able to do a little bit more and get that first down. All right, Terrell Jennings gets the handoff, but he's going to be stopped at the line. We'll see where they spot this. Could be a loss of 1. Big shout out to Trey, who says Falcons with the best passing defense. May's real test. Yeah, it's going to be a real test here for Drake May. I mean, that pass rush too by Atlanta is one of the best in the NFL, led you by the 2 rookies they drafted there in the first round. Best passing defense, like you mentioned, but very, very average against the run. Like I said, 22nd against the run. But Patriots played the number 1 defense overall last week in the Cleveland Browns, and they had success. So it was a test last week. I mean, May has time right now. May's under pressure. Drake May is going to stiff arm a defender. Drake May's running. Drake May still running. Ooh, Drake May gets hit a little bit there, but he's good. He should have slid there. I'm not sure what that was, but Drake May gets the first down for the New England Patriots. And so Drake May sits there in the pocket. He has time. Nothing's open. Pocket starts to collapse on him. Let's take another look at this. Drake May gets outside the pocket, stiff arms a defender, still looking like he's trying to throw, realizes I stiff arm a defender. I'm outside the pocket. Nobody's open downfield. I better run for this. Very, very smart decision by him. He got outside the pocket, kept his eyes downfield, remained a passer, didn't run until he needed to. Good stiff arm by Drake May. Patriots are now across the 50, knocking on the door at the 35-yard line. Drake May gets out the pocket. Drake May's going deep. Drake May's going deep. Incomplete. Tries to go to Pop Douglas deep down the field. Gave him a one-on-one matchup there with the safety. And Drake May, first down, says, let me take a shot with my guy, Pop Douglas, one-on-one. And so I don't blame him for that. I don't blame him at all. Ball just a little bit too high, but Drake May, at the end of the day, he puts the ball where only Pop Douglas could get it. It's one of those situations where Douglas is going to go up and Douglas is going to make the catch, or it's going to be incomplete. It's not going to be intercepted, and that's the biggest thing there. So second down, Travion Henderson. Travion Henderson, first down and more. Travion Henderson has been this entire offensive drive for the Patriots. Jack Westover, the fullback there, nice block by him and a gain of 19. So Drake May checks the football down to Travion. Patriots are doing really, really good on the screen game here so far today. It's literally just run the ball, screens, and checkdowns, not really pushing the ball deep down the field. That'll come at some point. If it doesn't, this recipe's doing it for the Patriots, so no reason in changing it up. Travion Henderson, or Jennings rather, in the backfield. Jennings runs up the gut. He's going to get a yard, so right now, Terrell Jennings not really giving much here to the Pats. Really giving much. Travion Henderson breakout game. It better be, man. It better be Travion Henderson's breakout game, because a 20-second run defense, okay? 20-second run defense. Ramondre's not in the game. Like, all the attention's on Travion. If he doesn't show up, the team's going to hurt. This is his opportunity, man. This is his opportunity. His God-given opportunity. All right, Drake May, one-on-one. Pop Douglas, touchdown. New England Patriots. Drake May, deep down the field to Pop Douglas. I can't really say deep down the field. It was probably like, 10, 15 yards. But beautiful pass with touch by Drake May. Down the sideline. Pop Douglas, one-on-one, gets a step on his defender. And Drake May goes back to Pop Douglas like we saw just a few plays ago. It was just one-on-one there for Pop Douglas. He was on Jalen Walker, the rookie linebacker / pass rusher. I'm not sure how the Patriots got that mismatch, but what a great just observation there by Drake May to notice, okay, there's a rookie linebacker that is used as a pass rusher that is one-on-one here with Pop Douglas, ain't no linebacker going one-on-one with Pop Douglas and winning that matchup. What does Drake May do? He sits in the pocket, doesn't even need a defender touching him, sits there with ease, passes the ball with a little bit of touch, and that is a touchdown now for the Patriots. What an opening drive by the defense and the offense, okay? I mean, the defense goes out there. Michael Penix and the Atlanta Falcons start with the football. You immediately force a 3-and-out. Kayvon Chason gets a sack on on second down. Third down comes up, and they're not able to convert an incomplete pass. Patriots get the football immediately. They drive down the field, okay? It was all TreVeyon Henderson. It was TreVeyon Henderson up the middle. TreVeyon Henderson up the middle. Check down to TreVeyon Henderson. Screen to TreVeyon Henderson. There was one deep pass by Drake May trying to go to Pop Douglas when he saw that he was one-on-one. Ultimately, they weren't able to connect. What do? They run the ball. Check down to TreVeyon Henderson. Went for 19 or 20 yards on the one check down. Set the Patriots up to be able to go one-on-one there for Demario Douglas on Jalen Walker, the rookie linebacker. The Patriots able to capitalize in the end zone. Drake May might be him. That's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, Drake May might be him. Yeah, you're right. You're not wrong. How do you enter the giveaway? So for those who don't know, here, we'll pop it up on the screen real quick. We'll pop it up on the screen for those who don't know. So for those who do not know, we are teaming up with Fanatics to give away 5 New England Patriots rivalry jerseys. Now, these are not the jerseys that are the 3D printed logos on the side, and they're like, $120. No, we are giving away the $190 New England Patriots rivalry jerseys. The one with the NE stitched on the side, the real logos, the real NFL logo on the middle. We're talking about the stars and the We Are All Patriots stitched onto the jersey. In order to enter, all you got to do is be subscribed here to Patriots Global. Make sure you like this live stream, and you have to follow us on TikTok at Patriots Global. That's it. All you got to do. Follow us on TikTok at Patriots Global, subscribe here on YouTube at Patriots Global, and like this video. Once you do, make sure you let us know. We'll make sure everything is checked, and if you have done those things, you will be entered in the giveaway. We will be giving away 2 jerseys today. We will be giving the final 3 jerseys away during next week's. We'll see if it's either going to be during the watch party or during the post-game recap with Rob. But again, that's 2 jerseys given away today and 3 jerseys given away next week. In fact, we're going to give both jerseys away during the post-game recaps, just in case anybody last minute wants to enter these giveaways. We want to make sure we give you guys the most time possible to enter these giveaways if you would like to. I'm entered, done. Hey, guys, love to see it. I know I've seen a lot of you guys enter the giveaway, man. I wish all of you the absolute best of luck. Now, yes, all of you guys are all good for the giveaway. I promise I put all of you guys down. And so, just so I know some people have hit me up and they're like, oh, dude, like, please, like, what do I got to do to get it? I'm like, hey, all you got to do is enter. Then it is given away at random. I have no say over who ultimately ends up winning. As long as you're entered, it's up to the big man upstairs to see if you get one. But all right, Penix back on the field. They're going to give the ball off to Bijan Robinson on the outside. Runs into Jack Gibbons. Patriots linebackers only going to get a few here. Something to watch here. Matthew Bergeron, the left guard for the Atlanta Falcons, is already dealing with an injury, so he's questionable to return. Not to mention that their right tackle, Kaleb McGary, he's out for this season. And so right now, this offensive line for the Atlanta Falcons is struggling. Left guard, your starting left guard, out. More than likely out of this game. Your right tackle, out for this game. So the Patriots going up against 2 backups on the O-line. Let's see if they can continue to take advantage. 2nd and 5 after a 5-yard run by Bijan. Penix goes out here to Drake London. Patriots were just playing zone there. Drake London finds a soft spot in the zone, sits in it, and a gain of 12. Wow, the Titans just had a pick 6 on Justin Herbert. You don't see that very often. All right, 1st and 10 The Atlanta Falcons are knocking on the door to get across the 50. Michael Penix gives the football off, and the Patriots immediately in the backfield to stop Bijan Robinson for a big-time loss. That is K'Lavon Chaisson again. He was one of the defenders back there. Let's see, who was the initial guy? And that was K'Lavon Chaisson. So multiple defenders back there, but K'Lavon Chaisson, the first one to pierce the backfield and make contact with Bijan Robinson. So K'Lavon Chaisson already with a sack in the game and a tackle for loss on just 2 defensive series for the Patriots in this game. Michael Penix drops back again. Penix is going to go on the outside to Bijan Robinson. That's going to bring up 3rd down here for the Falcons. Let's see where they spot this. It's going to be 3rd and 9 for Atlanta. All right, 3rd and 9. Let's see what the Patriots do. The box is stacked. Will New England blitz? All right, they run motion with Kyle Pitts. Penix under pressure. Penix is completely incomplete on his pass. Bijan Robinson was going deep down the field, and Michael Penix didn't have enough steam on the ball. He was getting pressured. I don't think it's not that he didn't have enough steam on the ball. I don't know if that's a miscommunication, if the sun was in his eyes. Just bad pass there by Michael Penix. Even if the sun's in his eye, I'm not entirely sure where he's going with that football, but incomplete pass on 4th and 9. Bijan Robinson in coverage there by Marcus Jones. And now Atlanta's going to punt on back-to-back drives here. And this Patriots offense is going to take the field yet again. Let's see if they can go down the field and make this baby 14-0, but that's going to be down at the 6-yard line. So a really good punt by Atlanta. The Patriots and Drake May are going to have to go essentially the length of the football field to get into the end zone on this one. Bad throw, though. Yeah, that was a really bad throw by Penix. Looks like it could have been the sun there, but nonetheless, even if it is the sun, I'm not too sure where Michael Penix is going because he just like underthrew the football by like 5 yards. We got our Roundtable Sports Atlanta Falcons representative, Berto, at the New England Patriots Atlanta Falcons event in Gillette Stadium. And he's telling me, he texted me, he's like, dude, we might not score a single point. So Atlanta Falcons fans are down pretty bad. Let's finish by halftime, guys. Hey, I agree, man. Let's go at 14 right now. Let's start running the football. Let's string together long drives. Let's just walk away with the dub. Next week is going to be the big test. You stay in the NFC South. You're back on the road. You play the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That'll be a true test for the Patriots to let us know what kind of team is this. Because the narrative around the Patriots is easy opponent, easy opponent, easy opponent. But what happens if you beat a team like Atlanta that isn't a bad team? You beat a team like the Buffalo Bills, who aren't a bad team. You beat the Carolina Panthers, who are 500. And then if you can go in and somehow beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers after beating the Atlanta Falcons, I don't know. To me, that's a testament. All right. Like I said, Patriots at the 6-yard line. Drake May gives the football off. Travion Henderson. Henderson up the middle yet again. So a lot of Henderson up the middle, not a lot of him bouncing to the outside. That's where Henderson does his best. And so Patriots not testing these corners for Atlanta, who are very, very good. Like we mentioned earlier, #1 pass defense in the NFL here for Atlanta. Good cornerbacks. See where they spot this. That's a 4-yard run on first. And that just gives Drake May a little bit more wiggle room when they start there at the 6-yard line. So 2nd and 6 now. Goes out to Henderson. Henderson immediately stopped in his tracks. Ronnie Harrison, the defensive back there for Atlanta, with a really, really great tackle after he was juke sticked by Travion Henderson earlier on in the game. So that's going to be 3rd down already for the Patriots. 3rd and 6. That's the issue with being stopped up this deep in your own territory is play calling gets a lot more conservative. Atlanta stacking the box. Drake May firing deep, and that's just incomplete. I'm not really sure where Drake was going. He was going to Stephon Diggs, but Stephon Diggs was double teamed on that one. And so at the end of the day, Drake May looking like, let's just live to see another down. Knows he's going to get hit and just has to get the football out. Can't throw the football out of bounds in that place, or else it's intentional grounding. So at least fires it about 5 yards away from Stephon Diggs to make it an incomplete pass. Patriots punt going 3 and out. Maybe not on the same page there as Stephon Diggs also. And Atlanta's going to start here with pretty good field position after the punt return. They're going to be pretty close here to the 50. All right. So, disappointing run there by the offense. Travion Henderson, good run there on 1st down. 4-yard run puts the Patriots in 2nd and 6. Then Travion Henderson gets the check down, gets stopped at the line of scrimmage. And then, of course, Drake May and Stephon Diggs couldn't connect there on that deep pass. I mean, might have actually been good they didn't connect on that one, though, because, like I said, Stephon Diggs was double teamed there by Atlanta. Patriots punt. Hey, man, our boy Alpha Courage up in the chat says, sorry I'm late, had to eat supper. You had to eat supper. What time is it for you, Alpha Courage? It's about 1:30 here. What time is it for you guys, man? Supper. All right. Good old supper. Yes, sir. Everybody, make sure you hit that like button. Our boy Anthony Padilla, Buffalo Bills fan, is telling you to hit that like button. And so, hey, man, I didn't say you guys had to do it. Our boy Anthony Padilla did. So make sure you guys hit that like button, support your boy. We got a lot of shows coming out here for you guys today. We got the live watch party. We got the post-game recap. We got Bleacher Report immediately after the show. So make sure you guys stay tuned here. Okay, it's lunch. It's lunch. So it's not supper. It's lunch. Please don't ask me to explain that. All right, so Atlanta's going to be starting here at about the 47-yard line. They fake the handoff. Penix fires deep in the middle of the field. That's going to be Kyle Pitts, and that's going to be right to the 30-yard line. And so now they cross the 50. Now they're knocking on the door in a game that is 7-0. So a really good catch there by Kyle Pitts. That was a rocket by Michael Penix. I mean, just the way that we talk about Joe Milton will bomb the football 80 yards down the field, but if he has to check the football down 10, 15 yards, he's going to throw the ball as if it's 80 yards. It's kind of the same thing there with Michael Penix, and really, really good job there by Kyle Pitts to just reel that thing in with one hand, and that's a rocket. That's not easy to reel in with one hand. So 31-yard line to be exact is where Atlanta's at after that one. They go out to Drake London. Another Falcons first down and a little bit more. So right now, Atlanta is rolling on this Patriots defense. And that in large part was because of a really good return there on the punt. So Atlanta has an opportunity to tie this game early on. 1st and 10. Atlanta's now at the 15-yard line. They're going to hand the football off here. This is going to be Tyler Algier with the run, not Bijan. He's only going to get a couple here. Patriots second against the run, 9th against the pass. That's their defensive metric so far this season. 2nd and 8 for Atlanta after Tyler Algier gets the gain of 2. Algier still in the backfield, so not Bijan Robinson right now. Well, they got Bijan Robinson still on the field, just not lined up in the backfield. Penix going deep. They're going out here to Bijan. Bijan gets the catch, but Bijan is going to be just short of the end zone, and so Atlanta's knocking down on the door here of the Patriots defense to try to tie this game. So just a simple check down there to Bijan, and then Gonzo comes up and pushes him out of bounds. It's 1st and goal for Atlanta, so they're going to have multiple opportunities to knock this one in. First quarter almost done. They're at the 1.5-yard line, Atlanta. Bijan Robinson in the backfield. Drake London in motion. Penix is going to throw, and that's going to be caught on Marcus Jones. So Drake London gets the 7-yard touchdown, the 1.5-yard touchdown, goes one-on-one with Marcus Jones. So Marcus Jones, who just got that big-time contract extension this past week, comes in the red zone and allows a touchdown. And we've seen that issue happen there with Marcus Jones, where sometimes he's given up some pretty brutal touchdowns this season. He's been good, but giving up some brutal touchdowns at moments. And Marcus Jones is 5'8". Drake London's at 6 foot roughly. So Drake London had that height mismatch and was able to just kind of put it on top of Marcus Jones' head and capitalize there in the end zone. So Atlanta's going to tie this game. Former Patriots kicker John Parker Romo knocks the extra point. So 7-7. This thing is all tied up now. Patriots offense is going to have to respond. Michael Penix gave his guy Drake London a jump ball opportunity, and they capitalized. Is Drake London 6'4"? No way. I swear when we were talking about Drake London being traded at a season or two ago, he was 6'1". No way he's 6'4". Oh my gosh, he is. What? Drake London is 6'4"? In what world is that man 6'4"? If that man is 6'4", I'm at least 6 foot. I'm at least 6 foot if that guy's 6'4". There's no way I'm the only one that's looking at Drake London and saying that man is not 6'4". I'm genuinely shocked right now. There's no way that guy's 6'4". Maybe it's because he's like, he's slimmer. He has such a small frame. But I'm looking at this guy play. I watched him play against Buffalo. I'm watching him play here today. That guy does not look 6'4". Well, who said this was going to be an easy win? Deshaun, I don't know who told you this was going to be an easy win. But whoever told you that, they were lying. If that guy is 6'4", I'm Goliath. Dude, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, man. What? In what world is this man 6'4"? I can't get past this. I'm telling y'all, I'm looking at Drake London and I'm like, this dude's like, 6 foot, 6'1", right? Man, 6'4". Knowing that he's 6'4", why are we putting 5'8" Marcus Jones on Drake London? I mean, a great job by Michael Penix to recognize that. Hey, we're on the 1.5-yard line. I have a 6'4" wide receiver going up against a 5'8" cornerback. That is 6 inches of wiggle room. Let me just give my guy a jump ball opportunity. Any quarterback is going to take that 10 out of 10 times. I mean, what are we doing? I can't even say you should be double teaming Drake London, because if you double team Drake London, then you got, Darnell Mooney, and then you also got not Michael Penix, but you got what? Oh, man, my name's escaping me right now. Kyle Pitts, right? So you can't really double team Drake London because then you're kind of taking the attention away from some of the other guys there, and so that's why the Patriots are playing zone. When you got a quarterback like Michael Penix that can run the football, when you got Bijan Robinson and Tyler Algier in the backfield, when you got Kyle Pitts, Drake London, Darnell Mooney, that's a lot of offensive firepower for Atlanta, and so you really can't play as much man-to-man as you would like to. So then you're kind of more worried about playing zone to try and stop everybody. And when you play zone, opposing offenses are able to find those mismatches a little bit more easier because it's not my guy on your guy per se. But Drake May drops back. Patriots starting at the 35-yard line. Drake May tries to run for it, and he's going to get sacked. So loss of just a couple here. They allow too many drives down the field. Well, Deshaun, the Patriots do this every single week. The Patriots defense is bend but don't break. I mean, it's the end of the first quarter, and they allowed them to get down past the 50, one time. So they're not doing bad. Like, we can't get upset when the defense, gives up a drive. Like, it's going to happen. You're not going to allow opposing offenses to 0 points every single week. That's just not realistic. Now, if the Patriots defense is out here allowing 25 plus points every single week, okay, that's a reason to be upset. But if you're allowing them to, 14, 17 points, it's actually a good job by the defense. Need to get a water. Ah, excuse me if the energy is a little bit lower here today also, guys. My allergies are like starting to kill me today. Feel like my sinuses are more stuffed than those Bijan Robinson run lanes. You guys like that? I've been waiting to use that one all day. I'm waiting to use that one all day. Bijan still has 0 yards, though, so that's good. Good one. You guys like that one? You guys like that? All right, Travion Henderson on 2nd and 12. I'm not really sure the play call decision there. I don't love that one. I guess what you're trying to do is just get a little bit closer, but I don't love the idea on 2nd and 12 to run the football with Travion Henderson there. I think the goal on 2nd down there is try to get half that yardage, so try to get about 6 yards. I think maybe they thought, 22nd ranked run defense for Atlanta, maybe we can get that 6 yards on the ground. I would have tried to do it through the air, but they get 2 yards. It's 3rd and 10 now. Let's see. Drake May drops back. Drake May has time. Drake May goes to Hunter Henry, and Hunter Henry's able to get the first down. So Drake May sits there pretty clean in the pocket. Drake May sits there in the pocket, kind of has all day and just waits for someone to get open. Hunter Henry gets open there in the flat, first down. So, look, obviously Drake May was sacked about 1 or 2 times in this game so far, but for the most part, I mean, I think those were kind of on him, running outside or running up through the middle of the pocket there earlier on in this drive, and he gets sacked. I kind of put that more on Drake May. Other than that, when he's sitting there in the pocket, he has time to throw. Offensive line's performing pretty well. All right, 2nd and 7 for the Patriots. Jack Westover in motion. 2nd and 7. Drake May's firing deep and just off the fingertips of Kayshon Boutte. So Drake May and Kayshon Boutte not able to be on the same page there. Pass seems maybe a little bit high for Boutte, but let's look at the replay. Yeah, that pass just a little bit too high for Kayshon Boutte. Would have been a catch if Drake May was able to just put that one a little bit lower. Boutte had the toe tap on the sideline. Third down and 7. May goes on the run to Hunter Henry. Hunter Henry somehow catches this football. Had a defender on his toes. Let's take a look at this real quick. So Drake May senses the pressure, gets outside the pocket, and Jalen Walker gets his hand on the football. Really good coverage by him. Looks like he knocks the pass out, but Hunter Henry, just on the fingertips, is able to secure the pass. Really good play there by Hunter Henry to convert here for the Patriots. Henderson with a really good run on 1st and 10. He's going to get about 8 or 9 here. All right, the Patriots go to Terrell Jennings on 2nd and 3. So that was a 7-yard run by Travion. And now this is going to be a first down for the Patriots after the Jennings run. So you kind of see the way the Patriots are using these running backs right now. It's mainly Travion Henderson as the workhorse running back, but they're using him as that speed back, but they're using Jennings as that hard-nosed, put your shoulders down and get those tough yardage. When the Patriots are in a 3rd and short, 2nd and short situation, and they just want to get some tough yardage, they're not giving the ball to Travion, they're giving the ball to Terrell Jennings. So the guy that's kind of your Ramondre replacement is Terrell Jennings. It's not Travion Henderson. Drake May looked like he pump faked the football, looked like he was going to throw. Pocket started to collapse, tried to run for it, and he gets sacked. So another sack on the day. 2nd down now for the Patriots. Let's take a look at this. Drake May's got to make a better decision there. To me, that's another one that's on him. He either has to try to get outside of the pocket, extend the play, and throw the football away, or make a pass there, attempt to pass, but sitting there, not sure if you want to pass the football or not, and then running into a blocker isn't really going to help you. Kyle Williams on the field. He's in motion. Drake May drops back. Drake May goes out to Austin Hooper this time. So Drake May on this drive is really looking at his tight ends and Austin Hooper and Hunter Henry. As you just hear the crowd in the background go, Hooper. That's what I'm talking about, baby. New England loves their tight ends. New England loves their tight ends. All right, after a 20-yard gain to Austin Hooper, the Patriots are on the 15-yard line. Hunter Henry in motion. Patriots give the football off here to Terrell Jennings. Terrell Jennings with a really good run. He's going to get 10 yards and a little bit extra. So another 1st down by the Patriots as they knock on the door to get into the end zone here. Alpha Courage with a $2 donation says the flip-flops have entered the chat. It's only 7-7. Alpha Courage, I understand your previous reference to the flip-flops now. And yeah, you're right. The second that the Patriots defense gives up any type of points, any time that they're not blowing out an opponent, the doubters are back in the chat like, oh, this defense sucks. Oh, we suck. It's the 2nd quarter and they've given up 7 points. The Patriots are knocking on the door to score another 7. Like, what are we talking about here? And they do. Terrell Jennings with his first NFL touchdown, baby. That's going to be one for him to keep for sure. Make sure you hold on to that football, Terrell. Hold on to that football, baby. You're going to want to keep that one. So Patriots are back on top here. Andy Borgala's going to look to get the extra point to make this thing 14-7. But Atlanta, they have really, really good field position on their last offensive series. Really, that was in large part because they were punting from their own end zone. Their punt return gets them just at about the 50. They're able to capitalize on a short field, get into the end zone on the Patriots to tie it. Patriots respond immediately to put up 7 points of their own. And Andy Borgalis, of course, does get the extra point, automatic Andy. And so the Patriots regain the lead 14-7. Let's see, we got a $2 donation. Says, try Cynic Severe Nasal Spray, PG. Cynics? 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 I'm going to have to try that. I'm going to have to try that, man. It's November now, and so the weather's changing, and you guys know. You know how allergies be. I be telling you, I be taking allergy medicine every day, and I swear, it does nothing. I swear my allergy medicine's a damn placebo. Allergies have been bad this year, man. They have been bad. I have a question. Why is the Patriots defense so bad in the first quarter this year? It just is what it is, man. Like, that's just what the defense is. That's just the identity of the defense. And Can you be upset as a Patriots fan that they start off slow? Yes, it is annoying, but that's just who they are, and that's their identity. And yeah, you want them to start faster because against a better team, it could potentially bite them in the butt down the line. And that is a legitimate worry about this defense, but they're bend but don't break, right? Early on, they might struggle in the first quarter, but the more that the game goes on, the better the defense gets. The defense you get in quarter one versus the defense you get in quarter four are two completely different defenses. Caleb Von Chason said last week heading into their matchup against the Cleveland Browns that when the defense gets their first big play, they get an interception, they get a forced fumble, they get a huge sack. The first big play the defense makes, they say that it really brings the momentum to the defense, and that's when they start playing a different style of football. And so overall, the defense isn't playing bad. You know, like even in the first quarter, they're not playing bad. They forced Michael Penix on the opening series to punt. So the Patriots defense didn't allow an opening drive touchdown like we've seen in recent weeks. But the big reason they capitalized with 7 is because the Patriots are backed up into their own end zone. They start at the 6-yard line. They don't really do much. Then you have Bryce Behringer punting from their own end zone. It gets across the 50 slightly. It's a good punt. It's not on Bryce Behringer. Gets it across the 50. But then the punt returner is able to get it, you know, essentially right back there to the 50. And they don't have to do much to put up points. And so Patriots defense really it's not playing bad. Knock on wood. So far, it's not playing bad. Honestly, I prefer the Patriots to be good in all quarters of football, but if I had to pick, do I prefer them to be good in the first half or the second half? I prefer the second half. I feel like over the last few years, the Patriots have been good in the first half. They suck in the second half, and that's why they lose games. They keep it competitive, but when the football game matters the most, they don't show up. This football team might struggle in the first quarter, but in the second half, they play their best football, and that's when it matters the most. That's when you have to play your best football. Michael Penix, pressure coming, throws off his back foot, and that thing goes out of bounds. Could have been catastrophic if he didn't throw that thing out of bounds. That was Christian Ellis on the play. Let me mod for you, Colby. Hey man, I gotta figure out. I gotta add some more mods, man. I gotta add some more mods. I gotta figure out how to add mods again. I forget. Penix is looking for Drake London. Christian Gonzalez is on London though, so it looks like no. We're not gonna be doing this Marcus Jones Drake London crap anymore. The 6'1" Drake London, 6'4" Drake London, and Christian Gonzalez comes in to break up that pass on Drake London. That's now 3rd and 10. Christian Gonzalez with the second down breakup. All right, 3rd and 10. Atlanta's on the 30-yard line. Patriots are sending an all-out blitz. Michael Penix on the run. Michael Penix completes it to Kyle Pitts. Robert Spillane hanging on for dear life, though, is able to bring him down, and the Patriots defense forces another 3-and-out. So everyone's talking about, why is this defense not good? Why is this defense struggling? The Patriots defense has forced 2 3-and-outs in this game. Patriots defense is doing its job. I don't really know what we're talking about. Really, really good tackle there by Robert Spillane, man. That's one-on-one with Kyle Pitts, and just the strength of Robert Spillane was able to bring him down. All right, let's see. Marcus Jones is deep, and he's going to call for the fair catch. Patriots are going to get the ball at the 27. So let's see if they can go down the field and make this thing 21-7. Yeah, Nikhil, if Drake London is 6'4", then I'm 6'2". Dude, I'm saying the same thing. Like, man, I still don't understand. Drake London 6'4". You know he paid the guys on Google a little extra money. Yo, tell them I'm 6'4", okay? So every time a baddie looks me up, I don't got to worry about the whole short kings narrative, right? She want a tall guy, she gonna get a tall guy, or so she thinks. Or so she thinks. Put some tissues in your shoes there, Drake London. That'll also help you be tall. That's probably what he's doing. He showed up for measurement day with some tissues in his socks. Or his shoes, whatever you want to say. Oh. We love our short kings, man. Oh no, you're giving me PTSD, man. Giving me PTSD. Like, damn, it don't matter if I'm tall. It just matters if I'm taller than you. You see, that's what I'm saying. Drake London is like a tall 6'2". Like, if you told me, oh, like he's 6'2", I'd be like, yeah, like he's like a good 6'2". But if you're telling me this guy is 6'4", you're telling me that Drake London is only an inch shorter than Hunter Henry. That's a conspiracy theory. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. If we can pick our height, then I'm also 6'4". Yeah, I'm 6'4" too, guys. It's all right. My boyfriend is shorter than me. Hey, you know what? You're a real one. You're a good one. If your boyfriend is shorter than you and you didn't make it a thing, good for you. Because I feel like every single time I'll be hearing from girls and they're like, well, how tall is he? Oh, he's not 6'4". I don't want it. What do you mean? You're 5'5". If I'm 5'8", I'm taller than you. Isn't that all that matters? That's crazy work. All right, let's see what this offense can do. Henderson in the backfield. They're going to give it off to Travion. Travion goes right up the middle. Going to get about 3 or 4 here. Oh, Brooks said it's not about the height. My man is shorter than me. So, all right. The Queens in the chat. Shout out to all the female Pats fans. You guys are killing it. But the Queens in the chat are saying that height don't matter, man. And that's how we know you guys are good ones. Height don't matter. Right? Height don't matter. All right, Drake May drops back. Drake May's going to run for it under pressure. Someone pulling his jersey there a little bit, but fans sound like they wanted a late hit on Drake May, but no flag there. It's 3rd down for the Pats. So, well, Drake May's shirt's ripped, so that's unfortunate for him. But, that should be a late hit on Drake. Actually, well, nah, he didn't take his second step, so never mind. It's really about, all right, do you hit a guy after you take your second step? And that's considered a late hit, so I think it just looked worse than it actually was. But 3rd and 8 here for the Patriots. Henderson on the field to help block. Oh, there's a flag on the play. Oh, so Patriots took a timeout, so there wasn't actually a flag. Not sure why they said it was a flag, but all right. Sounds like Garrett Bradbury may be dealing with an injury. He was in the blue medical tent after the Terrell Jennings touchdown run. Something to watch there. Colby, are you only 5.5? Nah, dude. I feel like the doctor be telling me different things. All right, Drake May's going deep. Oh, and he finds it. Go, Douglas. Go, Douglas. Go, Douglas. He's still on his feet. Go, Douglas. Go, Pop. Go. Oh, shoot. Oh, Pop is still going. Pop is now down. Okay. Pop Douglas had like 5 different chances to break that thing off for a touchdown. Ends up going 58 total yards. So a huge play deep down the field to Pop Douglas. Drake May and Demario Douglas are really connecting deep down the field as each week goes on. Douglas is one-on-one. Looks like he's going to trip and fall, regains his balance, dodges a couple of defenders, looks like he's going to fall again, then regains his balance before he's ultimately brought down. So dodges 1 defender, dodges 2 defenders, dodges 3, and then gets a little bit tripped up, which allows an extra second or 2 for some defenders to come in and bring him down. But, ooh, if Pop Douglas could have gotten that block, he might have been out for the touchdown. I feel like every single week we're seeing Demario Douglas go for like a 40 or 50-yard reception plus every single week over the last few weeks. Beautiful, beautiful play to get Demario Douglas one-on-one. And if Demario Douglas is one-on-one, Drake May will take that every single week. We saw that in training camp. I mean, that's 4 different defenders that he's dodging. Mike Vrabel's talking to the receiver core on the sideline. Kyle Williams, Pop Douglas, and Diggs. I don't know if Pop got the proper blocking. He might have taken that thing to the end zone. All right, Patriots at the 12-yard line. Jack Westover in at fullback. Travion Henderson in the backfield. Drake May fakes the handoff. Drake May throws the ball away. Good decision by him. Had a defender in front of him and a defender chasing him down from behind. Throws the football away. Ralph comes in with a $5 donation and says, someone has to teach Drake how to slide because, seriously, what the heck? His slides are always so awkward. Plus, he slides. It's easy to get a late hit flag. That is true. Put yourself or don't put yourself in harm's way. Sometimes you have a defender come in with a late hit and you can potentially take advantage of a flag there. And so I agree. Drake May's got to be able to slide a little bit more and know when to take that slide, but also know how to slide because his slides be a little bit weird sometimes. It's kind of like Brady. Brady was sliding weird at times. But they're going to Diggs. Diggs is trying to get into the end zone. Diggs dives for the end zone. Touchdown. Touchdown, Stephon Diggs, baby. Touchdown, Stephon Diggs. That is 2 in a row. 1 last week for Stephon Diggs, schemed up just for him. And then a week later, he's able to find the end zone. He cuts it back to try to get in. Looks like he's not going to get there. What does he do? He dives for the end zone. And he gets in. Patriots are going to make this thing 21-7. And a great diving touchdown there by Stephon Diggs, man. I mean, to cut it back and realize he's not going to get in there and then just turn on the burners and dive before the defender can get there. Veteran play there by Stephon Diggs. And the Patriots do, in fact, make it 21-7. So Patriots are now up by 14 with 5 minutes left still in the second quarter. And this offense is rolling. Number 1 pass defense. Number 1 pass defense Patriots are playing right now with one of the best pass rushes in the league. And it's 21-7. Crazy stuff, man. Three touchdowns in the first half. Drake MVP May, baby. Drake MVP May. All right. I want to see the numbers so far for this offense. All right, so far, with 5 minutes left, still in the second quarter, Drake May is 9 of 13, 157 yards, 2 touchdowns, sacked 2 times, and a rating of 149.7. Terrell Jennings is your leading rusher, believe it or not. He has 7 attempts, so actually Terrell Jennings has gotten more carries than Travion Henderson. Jennings is 7 carries, 28 yards, 4 yards per carry. Henderson is 6 carries, 25 yards, 4.2 yards per carry. Your leading receiver is obviously DeMario Douglas with that big 58-yard play. He's at 75 yards already on the day. Travion Henderson is second in receiving yards at 31. Let's see. Penix is 8 for 12 for 73 yards. Tyler Algier is 1 attempt, 2 yards, and Bijan Robinson is 2 attempts, 0 yards. Pretty crazy. All right. They're going to hand the football off here to Bijan Robinson. So Bijan Robinson finally gets a positive gain on the board. He's going to get about 5 yards. Joshua Farmer, the rookie, comes up with the tackle. All right, they're going to hand the football off to Bijan Robinson again. Bijan Robinson with some steam. So good run here by Bijan Robinson on back-to-back plays. Before these 2 plays, he was at 0 yards. This time, he bounds it from the outside back to the inside. And the defensive line just misses a couple tackles there. So Atlanta getting pretty close to the 50 here at the 47-yard line. Michael Penix, play action, fakes the handoff, goes in the middle of the field. Completed to Darnell Mooney. Looked like Christian Ellis almost got his hand on the football there. Darnell Mooney gets the catch. I think the soundboard muted us at one point, so I think half of that got cut off, but it's all right. Michael Penix drops back again, goes out to Drake London. Robert Spillane in coverage brings him down. 3 minutes left and counting in the second quarter. Pretty rough tackle there by Robert Spillane, man. That was an aggressive tackle. All right, Atlanta's driving down the football field. Kyle Pitts in motion. They're going to try to set up a screen for Bijan. Bijan only gets about 1 yard out of it, but There's a flag on the play. Might be on the Patriots defense. We'll see. No, it's going to be pass interference on Drake London. Wow. So looks like he was blocking a little bit too early. And they come for offensive pass interference. So Drake London started to block Jalen Hawkins before the ball was caught. By the way, Kayshon Boutte questionable to return with a hamstring injury, so something to monitor there. Second and 15 after the penalty for Atlanta. Drake London in motion. 2-minute warning now. Drake 6'4" London, maybe. Bro looks closer to 4'6" than he is 6'4". And so what happened to Boutte? He's dealing with a hamstring injury. And so I'm not sure what play it happened. There was never a point in which he went down. But we just got notice that he is questionable to return with a hamstring injury. Is this the bully Drake London about his height live chat? Yeah, it is. Isn't Drake May? So you're telling me Drake London and Drake May are the same height? I don't know if I believe that. I'm going to need them to stand next to each other. That's how we'll know. I need Drake May and Drake London to sit next to each other. Because one guy is shorter than the other. We all know something's up. Bro, if Drake May puts up like 300, if May puts up 300 against the number one pass defense in the NFL, be crazy. Did anyone see Drake May and Gronk's video? I did see that. That was awesome. Dude, let's get Gronk out of retirement. Gronk didn't want to play here when we sucked. But now that we got May back, maybe. All right. 2nd and 15 for Atlanta. Still 3 timeouts left. 2 minutes left in the second quarter after the 2-minute warning. All right. Penix is going to go to the sideline to Kyle Pitts. Kyle Pitts will get it and go out of bounds after a gain of 5. Wow. Cardi B is at Gillette Stadium talking to Robert Kraft. So, hey, man. Robert Kraft, we know he likes that rap music. So maybe Cardi B's giving him a little verse of her new album. Maybe I don't know. Cardi B is our Taylor Swift, man. Hey, I'll take it. Yeah, I'll take that over Taylor Swift any day. Michael Penix drops back. Michael Penix goes out to Kyle Pitts again. Kyle Pitts is going to be short of the first, though. Patriots just played everything over top. Just make sure they don't get the first there. 4th and 2. Atlanta's down by 2 touchdowns. And it looks like Atlanta is going to go for this at the 29-yard line. Oh. So the Patriots are going to call their final timeout here of the first half. All right, 4th and 2. No, Andy Borgales didn't miss anything. All right, Drake London at the bottom with Christian Gonzalez. Michael Penix is going to go out to Drake London, and he couldn't hang on to the football. That was Gonzo on London. Michael Penix goes straight out to Drake London, and Christian Gonzalez gets the football out, and that's incomplete. And that's what happens when you got a number 1 corner in Christian Gonzalez to punch a football out like that. Michael Penix goes to his wide receiver 1, but he can't hang on to it when he's going up against one of the best corners in the NFL in Christian Gonzalez, man. So Patriots get the turnover on downs. They keep Atlanta off the board. Atlanta gets a little bit greedy, down by 14 points. They don't want to take the 3 to go up 10-21. They want to make it 14-21. They know that Drake May's on the other side. If you're going to win this football game, you're going to have to go drive for drive. But Gonzo comes up big. And let's see if the Patriots can string together a 2-minute drill of their own. Now, 1 minute and 17 seconds. Patriots have 0 timeouts, but if they can somehow string together enough plays to put up any type of points, that would be huge. Hey, man, we've heard a lot of talk about this Patriots defense, even today. Oh, Patriots defense is bad. Patriots defense is struggling. Patriots defense sucks. How do you like that? How do you like that? It was like 4th and 2, and they couldn't convert. Crazy. Crazy. Crazy, man. Crazy. All pro Gonzo, man. I'm a little bit surprised. I'm not even going to lie. I'm a little bit surprised that Gonzo hasn't gotten an interception yet this season. Colby, I'm going to see my first ever Patriots game down here in Tampa next week. Ooh, that's going to be a good one. That's going to be a good game to go to. And I really, really hope that you're a good luck charm and we're able to get that win. Because if the Patriots can get that win against Tampa, I mean, that shuts up everybody who's talking about the Patriots schedule. Oh, they're only good because they have easy opponents. So the Patriots can't be back because I'll give you an excuse. A stupid excuse. It doesn't even make sense. So if they beat Tampa, man, what are you going to say? We beat Buffalo then? We beat Tampa. Atlanta's not a bad team. You beat the Panthers, who are 500. Like, can't say the Patriots aren't taking care of business if you go down there and beat Tampa. So I'm going to need you screaming, okay? I'm going to need you screaming in the stands for our New England Patriots. I need you to make it loud in Tampa when Baker Mayfield takes the field. Oh, wow. Joe Alt's being carted off the field. Wow, there's a lot of injuries going on in the league today. Joe Alt, CJ Stroud. Damn. It's also your birthday. Well, happy birthday. Happy early birthday to you. Happy early birthday. Me and you, 2 weeks away. Our birthdays are 2 weeks away from each other. Mine was last week. All right, Drake May on the move. Slides. There we go. There we go. He made an actual slide this time. So he's making progress. He's making progress with his slides. But him going out of bounds also stops the clock. So 1 minute and 5 seconds left. All right, 3rd and 4 for the Patriots. All right, 3rd and 4 for the Patriots. Drake May goes to Matt Collins. Matt Collins hangs on, had a defender on his heels and a defender hitting him, but somehow Matt Collins hangs on, which, by the way, if you guys didn't see Matt Collins' like Halloween costume today, check it out. Last week, he was like a chess piece. This week, he was like a Patriot. Coolest thing. Coolest thing. Classic Matt Collins. Drake May drops back. Drake May goes in the middle of the field, goes to Pop Douglas. Patriots at the 50-yard line. They're going to try to stop the clock. 35 seconds and counting. So they're going to make sure it was a first down here by the Pats. You could see why the Patriots trying to get back to the line, stop the clock, but also to not make that reviewable. All right, so it is a first down. Call on the field stands. And so that actually helped out the Patriots because Patriots don't have any timeouts left. Them using that review kind of gives the Patriots a little bit of extra time to catch their breath, look at the playbook, what exactly do they want to do? And so actually worked out for New England in the end. Drake May, 172 passing yards, 186 all-purpose yards here in the first half. They're going to try to get this thing a little bit closer. So everything that you want to do from this point on is to get the football and go out of bounds. So look for things near the sidelines or just easy completions and guys running out of bounds. Because right now you're just trying to get the football closer for Andy Borgales to attempt a field goal. So because the play call was under review and the Patriots didn't have a timeout, they have to take 10 seconds off the clock. So instead of 42 seconds left on the clock, Patriots only have 32 seconds now left there. So some ways it also kind of hurt the Patriots because 10 seconds is taken off the clock. But Drake May drops back, can't take a sack, lost the football. Oh, Will Campbell trying to get the football out. And a terrible, terrible mistake by Drake May. No. Drake May's trying to do too much, has a defender on him, trying to shake him off, and he gets strip sacked there. That's Jalen Walker, the rookie, that comes up on him. Drake May's looking to pass. Not even stiffs arm him, actually. I mean, Jalen Walker just punches that football out. And the Falcons are able to scoop up the football. Really good job by Will Campbell to try to punch the ball out, but nonetheless bring him down. So Patriots were knocking on the door for points, but instead Atlanta's knocking on the door for points instead. Atlanta's got a timeout and 23 seconds left. Michael Onwenu didn't pick up the block, and Drake May didn't have the ball security. Atlanta takes over at the 6-yard line after the Drake May fumble, man. Not what you want to see. This puts the Patriots in a bit of a bind. Michael Penix is going to run. Michael Penix. He's short, but they have a timeout. They're going to take the timeout. It's Christian Ellis and Milton Williams that stop Penix. Penix is going to be about a yard or two short. $16 seconds left, and this close to the end zone, you think it's just a few passes. Because if they run the ball and they don't get it, are they able to get back to the line to stop the clock? And so, at least if the passes isn't complete, then that stops the clock for Atlanta. So that is at the 2-yard line. I would expect to just see passes here for Atlanta at this point. And they will pass the football. Michael Penix, one-on-one, goes to Drake London. Oh, no. So touchdown Atlanta. Drake London for touchdown number 2 on the day. Yet again, who does he go up against? He goes up against Marcus Jones. So Marcus Jones and Drake London, the second time we see that battle in the end zone, what happens? Drake London wins that matchup both times. 5'8", Marcus Jones on 6'4", Drake London. 2 touchdowns for London on the day. 2 touchdowns given up by Marcus Jones on the day, coming off of that big contract extension, man. So the Drake May strip turns into 7 points for Atlanta, man. Patriots still ahead by 7 points, but Patriots should be up by 14 points minimum going into halftime, and they get the football back to start the second half. So what felt like an opportunity for the Patriots to put this game away turns into a legitimate football game right now. Don't have Marcus Jones on Drake London. I don't. My biggest takeaway is just it looks like you're playing man coverage there. Why do you have Marcus Jones on Drake London? I don't understand. I mean, that's their number one wide receiver. That's their number one playmaker. You should have Christian Gonzalez consistently shadowing their number one playmaker. That is size, physicality that perfectly matches up with Christian Gonzalez. You had Marcus Jones. You had Marcus Jones give up the touchdown earlier, the lone touchdown that the Falcons had early on in the game. And we said 5'8" Marcus Jones against 6'4" Drake London. Maybe don't do that again. I mean, I can tell you that is a mismatch that those guys are going to target 10 out of 10 times. Drake May gets stripped. They take over. They're down at the 2-yard line. Looks like they're playing man coverage. What do? Michael Penix goes back out to Drake London with the same one-on-one 50-50 ball that we saw earlier on in the game that allowed Atlanta to capitalize for their first 7 points of the game. And it's the same matchup. It's the same matchup. It's one-on-one, Marcus Jones, 5'8", against Drake London, one-on-one, 6'4". Why do you have Marcus Jones going up against Drake London? I know that you just gave him an extension, but was your thought process, hey, we just gave you an extension, let's throw him out to the Wolves and let's see if he can be a number one cornerback? That's not what Marcus Jones is. You didn't extend Marcus Jones to be a number one cornerback. You didn't extend Marcus Jones to go up against the number one wide receiver on opposing teams. Like, that's 6 inches. That is 6 inches of wiggle room for Drake London. I don't know what that was. That was just a frustrating play call to put Marcus Jones back on Drake London, given what happened earlier on in the game. Given the fact that, look, if you just know these guys' heights, you should know that that's a matchup you never won. Look, we're still up, okay? I'm not panicking about the game. The Patriots are still up. And they get the football to start the second half. And so I'm not saying I'm worried. I'm just frustrated that the 2 touchdowns the Patriots gave up were the same plays. Yeah, terrible fumble there by Drake May also. But at the same time, why is the offensive line allowing free rushers straight through the O-line? That one was on Michael Onwenu, man. Michael Onwenu didn't pick up his blocker, and Drake May has the defender in his face immediately. Now, Drake May, yes, go down. You're not supposed to, you know what I'm saying, take the sack at that point. Don't worry about the points. Go into halftime with a 14-point lead. But at the same time, too, you got to be better blocking. Oh, man. All right, our boy SGT Moonshine comes in here and says, all right, Vrabel, time to start getting on to May for mobile stiff arm stuff. He keeps doing too much, and it finally caught up to him. I think we've been seeing Drake May do that, all of last year, too. I mean, like, that's the same types of plays that we've seen Drake May do in the past where he fumbles the football, right? But honestly, I look back at that play, and that play, it wasn't Drake May stiff-arming the guy, wiggling the ball up in the air and just being careless with the football. That's really not even what happened here, though. The problem is that as soon as the Atlanta defender makes contact with Drake May, the ball is out. And so it really just came down to ball security. Drake May had the ball, and he wasn't trying to do too much. It was just at the first sign of contact, the ball came flying. So whether it was a sack or whether it was Drake May trying to stiff arm the guy, it really just came down to Drake May not having good ball security. I don't think Drake May was trying to do too much on the play. I think it just came down to he didn't have good ball security, and that was it. He didn't have the ball tucked hard enough, and it got very easily punched out. SG2 Moonshine comes back here and says, feel like this is going to be a big test for the leaders of this team Can they take this break to rally the team and take over in the second half? Go Pats. I think they will, because we've seen them make plays like this at times earlier this season. Like, this isn't the first time they've turned the football over. This isn't the first time that Drake May's fumbled the football and the team rallies around together and comes back in the second half and is better. And, Drake May, the good thing about him is that he has a short memory, and you need that as a quarterback. I turn the football over, but I'm not going to allow it to get to me. And that is something that Drake May does very, very well. And so I'm expecting him to do the exact same thing here. You turn the football over, whether you want to put it on him, whether he wants to put it on the offensive line, no matter where you want to put it, it happened. At the end of the day, it happened. They capitalized on it. Atlanta went from a 14-point game to a 7-point game. But now what the Patriots can do is they can come out and they can retake that 14-point lead. You get the ball to start the third quarter. So drive down to the field, get back into the end zone, regain that momentum, and allow the defense to do what the defense has been doing all game long and continue to remain stout. And so I think they'll be fine. There's no reason to think that they won't be fine and that this turnover is going to get to them. The turnovers haven't gotten to them all season long, so I don't think that is something that should get to them now. I mean, guys, like, turnovers are going to happen. Like, Tom Brady was getting strip sacked by Jadeveon Clowney in 2017, 2018 in New England. Like, turnovers are going to happen. Yes, Drake May's got to be more secure with the football, but the sky's not falling the second that you turn the football over. These things happen. It happened to Tom Brady. Were we saying that Tom Brady wasn't the guy? Were we saying that we had to move on from Tom Brady every second he had a turnover? No. Drake May's been good not turning the football over. This one got the best of him. It is what it is. If they're going to move forward, we got to move forward next too. Like, we're up by 7. We get the football to start the third quarter. The Patriots put up 21 points in the first half. And we're upset because Drake May had a fumble. I mean, even looking at Drake May's numbers at halftime, Drake May is 11 for 15. He's 11 for 15, 173 yards, 15.7 yards per throw, 2 touchdowns, 3 sacks, and a 150.8 rating. He also has 4 carries for 13 yards on the ground. Why? You can't say he's playing bad. Deshaun, buddy, maybe let's calm down a little bit. You're up 7 points. Yes, it changes the game a little bit because you're going from 14 points and getting the ball in the third quarter to now up by 7 and getting the ball in the third quarter. But saying that play is going to change the game, what have you seen from Atlanta this entire game that makes you think that they're going to turn the football game around? Now, I'm not saying it's a guaranteed win because I don't believe in guaranteed wins, but I think to say that play changes the game, I think we need to calm down. Deshaun, my guy, I think you and Gerard, man, are probably the most negative ones in the chat every single week, my guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're a fan, why do you find like the only negative thing to happen in the game and you take it and run with it to say that you're going to suck the rest of the game? No team plays a perfect game all game long. It feels like some fans here are expecting a perfect game from the offense and defense. It feels like if we're not blowing a team out 50-0 every single week with the clean football game, then we're a bad football team. No, those are just unrealistic expectations by some people in this fan base. I mean, are we expecting that Drake May is never going to turn the football over? Are we expecting blowouts every single week? The Patriots have provided 3 blowouts in 8 weeks. And for some of the fan base, that's still not good enough. Drake May's playing at an MVP level, but yet still, somehow, that's not good enough. In this game, Drake May has 150 overall rating with almost 200 passing yards in the first half alone, but somehow that's still not good enough. He's 23. He's a young quarterback in his second year. He's done significantly better at not turning the football over, and we're still upset that he got stripped because Michael Onwenu allowed a free rusher. Like, everybody's going to put that play on Drake May, and Drake May does deserve blame for it, but Ain't nobody talking about the fact that Michael Onwenu completely whiffed on his blocking assignment that allowed the free rusher to come in. Nobody's talking about that, though. All right, Deshaun's definitely not a Patriots fan. Deshaun, I'm not even, unless you pay the troll tax, I'm not even going to be responding no more. You got to pay the troll tax for me to respond. We are all Swifties tonight. That's good. Where is real quick, guys? Actually, let's take this off the screen. We put up the fire Gerard Mayo lower third from a few months ago. You guys remember that time? You guys remember when we had Gerard Mayo getting fired after the Week 18 game? I sure do. That's why I kept the lower third there, so I can always look back and remember it. But guys, big shout out to the sponsor of the video over at Kalshi, okay? Kalshi is not a sports book. They're the best damn predictions market and trade platform on the damn platform, okay? When looking at Atlanta versus New England, 84% of people were taking the New England Patriots, while 16% of people were taking the Atlanta Falcons in this game. And what I really love about Kalshi is that you can see over time how people's opinions have changed about this. So dating back to October 21st, 62% of the money was on the Patriots, 38% was on Atlanta. As time has gone on here, going up to November 2nd at 1 p.m. So right at the start of this game, the odds changed to 68.2% on New England and 31.8% on Atlanta. Kalshi is available in every single state, and if you're wrong on your take, they do not make a single cent off you. I've been telling you guys, I've been having a great time looking at the odds and the trends on Kalshi every single week to see what other people are thinking about these odds and about these games. And I've made some really good money on Kalshi too, because the best part about Kalshi is that all of the trends and the odds that you guys see on the screen right now, they're not made up by Kalshi. These are made by real people with their own opinions, putting their money on these games. But play responsibly, okay? But available in every single state. We'll pin Kalshi in the live chat for those who want to check it out. Remember that supporting the sponsors that supports the channel directly supports everything we do here at Patriots Global. We could not be giving you guys all the content on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, all of that if it wasn't for the sponsors making sure that we are taken care of behind the scenes. So big shout out to Kalshi. Make sure you guys go ahead and check them out because they are the proud sponsors here at Patriots Global for the entire 2025 NFL season. Let's go ahead and let's get back here. Game's going to be coming back on here in just a split second. And so while we get the game coming back, your boy's going to grab another water as we get ready for the third quarter is what I'm about to say, for the third quarter. So Drake May loses the football again, but gets it back. Okay, I mean, damn, a guy goes and gets a water, comes back, and Drake May's losing the damn football again. All right. So Drake May passes the ball, or looks like he's going to. then doesn't, then runs, trips, drops the football, picks it back up. And so thankfully he got the football back, but now it's 2nd and 14. And Drake May, all of a sudden, the ball security is just everywhere. I mean, thankfully it's not through the air. His passes are still pinpoint accurate, but he's just dropping the football a little bit too much. Drake May's going deep. Goes to Douglas. Douglas makes a really, really good catch through traffic right in front of Mike Vrabel. Mike Vrabel saying it's a first down. We'll see where they call this. By the way, Christian Ellis, Patriots linebacker, also questionable to return here with an injury. Something to watch there. So 3rd and 1. So they're going to say it's not. Christian Ellis is dealing with a hip injury, by the way. 3rd and 1 now for the Pats. More of a half yard than a full yard here, but Mike Vrabel is saying, no, I was right in front of it. Mike Vrabel was challenging the play. Mike Vrabel was right in front of the play when Pop Douglas caught it. And Vrabel immediately came over and said, that's a first down. So Vrabel is going to say that this was a first down, and we'll see what the refs say about this. Deshaun, bro, you're not a Patriots fan if you're going to come in here, you're going to say that the Patriots have a cupcake schedule. They're blowing teams out. They're not just beating bad teams. They're blowing out bad teams. They beat the Buffalo Bills in prime time when Buffalo was undefeated, the only team left in the league that was undefeated at that time, and they won 15 straight at home. The Patriots beat also the Carolina Panthers, who are not a bad team. People want to say they're bad. They're 500. So they're currently a team that's 500, so they can't be that bad. Patriots beat them. And right now they're beating an Atlanta Falcons team that everybody said was a good team. Oh, watch out for the Atlanta Falcons. Whoa, they're not a bad team coming into this game. But watch, if the Patriots win this game, people are going to switch that narrative to say that the Atlanta Falcons are a bad team. You can only play who's on your schedule. And that's exactly what the Patriots are doing. Yeah, by the way, the Cleveland Browns, #1 defense in the NFL. By the way, the Atlanta Falcons, #1 secondary in the NFL with the top 3 pass rush. But nobody wants to talk about that. I mean, everybody's talking about how the Patriots have the easiest schedule. Nobody wants to talk about the Buffalo Bills. The Buffalo Bills also have an easy schedule, according to NFL strength of the schedule, but nobody's talking about their schedule. Just saying. And that is a first down, and Mike Vrabel points to it. So Patriots do win the challenge. Good job by Vrabel, who I believe Vrabel is undefeated on his challenge flags this year, which is pretty good by him. Pretty good by him. Halfway through the season. All right, they're going to give the ball off to Henderson. Henderson gets to the outside. Good run by Henderson. First run to the outside that we've seen from him in this game. It's just been a lot of running up there in the middle. And DeMario Douglas is over 100 receiving yards already in this game. So big game here for DeMario Douglas with Kayshon Boutte out of the mix. All right, Patriots with another toss-off here to Travion. Travion being patient. Travion hits the hole, and he's going to get a first down on a 3rd and 3. So I really like what I'm seeing from Travion Henderson in this game. My big issue with Travion early on in the season was he would get the ball, and he would burst immediately. He wasn't patient. He was running into his own blockers. He wasn't hitting the proper holes. That is a clear sign of just not being patient and just immediately going. With him being patient, he's allowing those blockers to develop. He's seeing the holes a little bit more properly. And once he sees the proper hole to hit, then he's turning on the boosters and running through the hole. That's what he should do. All right, Terrell Jennings is now in the backfield. Demario Douglas in motion. They fake the handoff. Drake May just goes out to Terrell Jennings. Jennings goes forward for a gain of, let's see, where do they spot this? 2nd and 1, so a gain of 9 there by Terrell Jennings, who got the football and then dove forward for an extra gain of a few. Oh my gosh, so many injuries in the league. Tucker Kraft questionable to return now. Jeez. 2nd and 1, Terrell Jennings in the backfield. And they're going to run the football. Terrell Jennings gets the first down on a 2nd and 1. So Kayshon Boutte has officially been ruled out for the remainder of the game. So we said to you guys earlier, dealing with a hamstring injury, and he is officially out for the rest of the game. And so something to certainly monitor there. I would assume that Drake May kind of utilizes those 2 tight ends a little bit more with that 12 personnel in Austin Hooper and Hunter Henry. But keep looking for Demario Douglas to have a bigger game. And hopefully Kyle Williams, maybe he can get a couple passes that go his way. He's currently on the field, lined up on the outside. May goes out to Henderson, and Henderson just wasn't ready for it. Looks like Henderson was looking downfield and wasn't expecting the ball to come. Looks back to May last second and sees the ball, but isn't able to come back and make the catch. Never thought the Patriots would struggle against the Falcons at home. Well, they're not struggling right now, and the Falcons aren't a bad team. So, yeah, you should probably learn some ball there, brother. All right, Hunter Henry goes right up the middle. Does that look like a struggle to you, bro? Does that look like a struggle to you? No. That looks like the Patriots are driving down the field to go up by 14 points. You know what this looks like? This looks like another game to me where the Patriots are going to put up 30 plus on an opponent. That's what it looks like to me. Hunter Henry, first down, baby. Colby, tell Miss Old Man Mob that I need that Pats jersey. Maybe she'll listen to you. Oh, I got you, bro. I got you. I got you. Miss Old Man Mob. Miss Old Man Mob, man. Tell me where I can find Miss Old Man Mob, okay? Mrs. Old Man Mob, Ms. Old Man Mob. Give our boy the jersey. Give our boy the jersey. What are we doing? Give our boy the jersey. He deserves it. He's in the chat every single week, working hard. Working hard. I'll send a letter to her through the mail if you would like me to do so. I'll even sign it at the bottom so she knows it's legit. But all right, 2nd and 6, and they give the football off here to Travion Henderson. Henderson's going to be just short, though, of the first. Kill Cam. Go Pats, baby. She's listening. She's listening. Miss Old Man Mob. How many likes is it going to take to get our boy Old Man Mob that damn jersey? You let us know. All right, 3rd and 2 for the Pats. Drake May, I don't know what he's doing. He's pump faking. And Drake May picks up the first with his legs. Okay, so Drake May looks like he's going to pass, brings the football back in. Looks like he's going to pass, brings the football in. Goes out wide, keeps his eyes downfield, and then just runs and picks up the first down. Big shout out to my boy Alpha Courage with a $5 donation. It says, is Diggs even out there? Why isn't May throwing to Diggs? So Diggs did have the touchdown early on in the game, but Yeah, we're not really seeing a whole lot of Diggs today. This is the number one pass defense in the NFL in Atlanta, and so I think you're just not seeing a whole lot down the field. It's a lot of running the football. It's a lot of check downs. It's a lot of stuff in the middle of the field, and that's just not really where Stephon Diggs operates. So it's honestly just not really like a Stephon Diggs type of game, to be honest with you. All right, so Hunter Henry comes off the field. Second and goal here for the Pats. Matt Collins at the bottom of your screen. Stephon Diggs on the field too. Drake May's going to pass. Drake May's under pressure. And Drake May sacked again. Looks like as soon as Drake May got the snap, there was some pressure in his face. Michael Onwenu was struggling big time in this game, and I don't think that enough people are talking about it. The offensive line broke down from multiple spots, but first one looked like Michael Onwenu, and now this is third and long for the Patriots. They're backed up here at the 14-yard line. They're going to set up a screen. Henderson's going to get an extra yard on the screen, and the Patriots are going to attempt a field goal here. And Andy Borgala's automatic Andy right up the middle. And so Patriots go up now by 10. So they're up by multiple possessions. Certainly some things that, Drake May's got to do a little bit better. But I think he's been dominant in the air, but he's holding on to the football at times. This gonna pass, not gonna pass, gonna pass, not gonna pass, and then running for it has kind of killed him at times, put the football on the ground a couple of times also. And so not the most dominant game by him. This is a good defense that he is facing, but I think there's some things he certainly does have to do better. He's got to be a little bit more aware of the pressure in the pocket also. Looked like maybe he had Stephon Diggs on that slant where he took the sack, but just didn't see him. I think a lot of people are freaking out because the Patriots offense is having some struggles, but I think what we're forgetting is what has Atlanta's offense done? Because Atlanta's offense will capitalize when they get a gift. But outside of that, what has Atlanta's offense done? I mean, Atlanta scores on the Drake May fumble that sets them up, obviously, in immediate territory. But then their other touchdown came when the Patriots punted from their own end zone, and Atlanta got the football back to the 50 after the punt return. Outside of that, unless Atlanta has been set up in immediate position for points, they have not gone the length of the field against New England. So as long as New England doesn't shoot themselves in the foot, Atlanta has done nothing for anybody in the chat to think that this game is over or that the Patriots are losing this football game, because in order for them to lose, they're up by 10 right now. In order for them to lose, you're telling me that Atlanta's offense is going to turn on the burners and get things going. And maybe, you never know, but so far, Atlanta's offense has done nothing unless given a gift. By the way, Drake May's 215 passing yards are the most versus the Falcons defense this year. You guys heard that correct. We're only in the third quarter with 6 minutes left, and Drake May's 215 passing yards are the most versus the Falcons defense this entire season. But everybody's saying that Drake May sucks and that the game's over. All right, so there's a flag on the play. It's going to be holding on Atlanta. Josh Woods, the linebacker for Atlanta. That's going to set them back a little bit more. All right, Atlanta's going to give the football off here to Bijan Robinson. He's going to get a couple. Bradbury came back to the game or still out. So Bradbury's still in the game. He was never listed as out. He just went into the blue medical tent after the Terrell Jennings touchdown. He was in there for a while, but looked to be fine. He was never taken out of the game. He didn't miss a drive or anything like that. So he seems to be good, at least for now. Something to watch, though, moving forward. Michael Penix chased by Caleb Chase on 2nd and 6. And he just throws that thing out of bounds. Incomplete pass brings up 3rd and 6. Atlanta's been 0 for 4 on 3rd down, so they haven't completed a 3rd down against New England at all on the day. They're on the 20-yard line right now. 3rd and 6, Kyle Pitts in motion. Landry coming off the side. Pitts, and all right, so Penix goes deep for Kyle Pitts. Harold Landry was coming off the edge, and that's incomplete. So now the Atlanta Falcons are 0 for 5 on 4th down. So 4th and 6, and exactly what I told you guys is exactly what happens. Make Atlanta go the length of the field, and they can't do it against this Patriots defense. The only times that they have capitalized is when they were at the 50 or better. When the Patriots have forced Atlanta to go the length of the field and string together a complete offensive drive, they have failed to do so. Marcus Jones is going to return this one. Marcus Jones is going to get just before the 50. So Marcus Jones sets the Patriots offense up pretty well. What was the Atlanta Falcons' 3rd down percentage coming into this game? So, wow. Okay. So Atlanta's 3rd down efficiency on offense is actually tied with the Patriots. So coming into this game, Atlanta was converting on 3rd down 39% of the time. And now they're 0 for 5 here today against New England. Interesting. Patriots defense is allowing a 3rd down conversion 36%. Wow. Drake May has been sacked 5 times on the day. Since 2000, he is the third Patriots quarterback to be sacked 5 times in back-to-back games. It happened to Jacoby Brissett last season in weeks 3 to 4. And then in weeks 1 to 2, it happened in 2000 to Drew Bledsoe. Wow. So pressure's been on Drake May. I think part of that's been on the O-line, but I also think part of that's been on Drake May. You know, like, the offensive line is giving Drake May to throw at times, but Drake May is also one of the worst quarterbacks in sacks taken in the league. That's one area he's got to improve. Like, he's been excellent at pretty much everything else, but he's taken too many sacks. And now usually Drake May doesn't allow those sacks to affect him because he comes back and on like a 3rd and 15, he fires a pinpoint accurate bomb down the field. But nonetheless, not a position you want to be in when you face, you know, playoff caliber teams. All right, Terrell Jennings will get back to the 1-yard line. All right, 2nd and 10. Drake May drops back. Drake May goes. Miscommunication on the play. Drake May picked off. I'm trying to see what happened on the play. So Drake May is expecting Hunter Henry to work upfield. Hunter Henry looks like he just runs maybe an out route there, or a crossing route, excuse me, and then they're just not on the same page, and Drake May throws it into a pool of Atlanta defenders and intercepted. So I know everybody's going to put that one on Drake May, but that was a miscommunication. Drake May expected Hunter Henry to do one thing, and Hunter Henry did another, and guys just weren't on the same page, man. Oh, man. Number 1 pass defense in the league for Atlanta, man. Number 1 pass defense. You're seeing that. Where's May now? Oh, wait. I mean, somehow Drake May. Oh, wait, this isn't even updated. Hold up. So this still isn't updated. Drake May has 140 passer rating before the interception, but I'm not sure what it is after the interception. I'm waiting for them to update it. So far, I haven't updated this, so I don't know. But Patriots are still up by 10. But I mean, yeah, that was a rough interception. Again, Drake May is expecting Hunter Henry to do one thing. They're not on the same page. A very, very rare instance where they're not on the same page. And Jesse Bates, one of the best free safeties in the game, comes up with the play. And so this is a place where Atlanta, we've seen them do this. They start at just about the 50 and they drive down the field and they put up points. So Robinson, they set up a screen and Robinson gets back to the line of scrimmage. Second down. So a rough game for Drake May. Look, let's call it like it is. He started off hot. He's putting the ball in harm's way a little bit. Mike Vrabel trying to just kind of calm him down on the sidelines and hopefully doesn't rattle him. Flag on the play. Patriots defense points to the Falcons. And it will be a false start on the Falcons. 5-yard penalty. A second down. So Drake May, after the interception, goes from a 140 rating to a 114.8. All right. Penix drops back. Penix is under pressure. Penix is going to run. Damn, Penix is fast. Damn, Penix is fast. 2nd and 14. And Penix slides and gets the first down. Patriots put the pressure on him. Looked like they had him. Penix bursts out of the pocket. Is able to run for the first down. Great run by Michael Penix, man. I mean, like I said, that guy can run, but nobody gives him enough credit for it. Guy's fast. Damn, Daniel Jones has 3 turnovers. Football scores. Wow. The Panthers are beating the Packers. That is crazy. Houston's beating Denver. Other than that, nothing too big to talk about. I mean, the Steelers are beating the Colts 17-7, so there's that. If you're the Patriots, you certainly do want the Colts to lose because that could help the Patriots. All right, 2nd and 10 here for Atlanta. They are on the 40-yard line, so they're officially across the 50. Kyle Pitts is in motion. Penix drops back. Penix under pressure. Hit as he throws, but it's still complete to Bijan Robinson. So good job there by Michael Penix, knowing he's going to take a big hit, but still delivers an accurate pass there to Bijan Robinson. As the queen of Patriots Global says, Brooke, hit that like button, everybody. Do your boy a favor. Hit that like button. Help support us here massively at Patriots Global. Let's see. We got 182 people watching on YouTube, more watching on Twitter, but we only have 96 like buttons hit. Let's get to 200 likes by the end of the stream, guys. I know we can do it. Slam that thumbs up button. Help support us here massively on the channel. Gets us out into the YouTube algorithm. 3rd and 2. Michael Penix drops back. Michael Penix goes out to Bijan Robinson. So the first time they've converted on 3rd down. First 3rd down conversion today. I'm not really sure what this was. I mean, he goes out to Bijan Robinson, and Bijan Robinson is just out there on an island, and Gonzo has to come up and make the tackle. Looks like Marcus Jones was late on the blitz. He's in coverage, but then blitzes last second, and that leaves Bijan Robinson one-on-one with nobody in the vicinity. All right, they're going to hand the football off here. Tyler Algier. See what they give him here. 30 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. So 2nd and 6. That's a gain of 4 by Tyler Algier on the ground. Patriots have 97 total rush yards on the day. Atlanta has 49 total rush yards on the day. Atlanta's at the 20-yard line. Algier still in the backfield. 2nd and 6, play stopped. So that's the end of the third quarter. So they couldn't get a playoff before the end of the third quarter. So we're up here in the fourth quarter. Patriots still up here by 10. See what they can do. Man, let me tell you, I will say, Marcus Jones coming off that contract extension has had a bit of a rough game. 2 touchdowns allowed. That blitz there, a cornerback blitz that we just saw about 2 plays ago. He was late on that, and that's what allowed Bijan Robinson to kind of be open there one-on-one, and Gonzo has to come up and make the tackle. So rough game for Marcus Jones. Now, he has been put in a bit of a rough situation. I don't think he's exactly been put in the situation he should to be succeeding, but let's see. Defense hasn't gotten a turnover yet today. Can they force a turnover on their own? Patriots averaging about 2 turnovers a game. Can they come in here and at least get 1? Can they force a fumble? Can they get an interception? Can they get the pressure on Michael Penix? Because it feels like when they're getting some pressure, Michael Penix is just getting outside the pocket and running. And so can we put a quarterback spy on him? Can we get some of that pressure on him consistently and force him to start making some turnovers? And even if the Falcons do score here, the Patriots are up. The Falcons can score 7, but the Patriots are still up by 3, and they get the football back. And so Patriots hold their own fate here. Yeah, you know you're elite when this is considered a bad game by Drake May. The turnovers haven't been great. I'll make that clear, but I mean, he's over 200 yards. So let's see what he can do. Drake just has to calm himself down. Don't worry about the turnovers. Lock back in. Be the pinpoint accurate Drake May you've been. I want to make it clear, too, that the interception with Hunter Henry wasn't a bad throw by Drake May. It was a miscommunication. And so he expects Hunter Henry to be one place. Hunter Henry is expecting Drake May to be another place, and they're just not on the same page. It wasn't like it was just a bad throw. Second and 6, start of the final quarter here. Atlanta on the 20-yard line. Bijan Robinson in motion. They're going to toss it off here to Bijan Robinson. He's going to get maybe back to the line. That's going to be 3rd down for Atlanta again. Wow, I can't believe the Packers are losing to the Panthers. Everybody wants to say, oh, the Panthers suck. The Patriots blew them out. The Panthers suck. The Panthers are beating the Packers right now. All right, 3rd and 6 for Atlanta, still on the 20. Kyle Pitts in motion. Penix drops back. Penix under pressure. And that's incomplete. So 4th and 6. That is still only 1 conversion for the Falcons on 3rd. You got to assume that the Falcons come out here with John Parker Romo and try to kick the field goal down by 10. And they will bring out John Parker Romo. That was Christian Gonzalez on Drake London on 3rd down. Michael Penix went out to Drake London. But again, when you put Gonzo on Drake London, London is shut down. Don't put Marcus Jones on Drake London. It's not that hard. All right, and John Parker Romo gets it. 4th and 6. Patriots are going to get the ball back. Patriots are still up by 7, and so they still hold their own fate. Get down to the field. Don't make mistakes. Get into the end zone. Go up by 14. If you expected the Patriots to provide a blowout in this game, that was never the recipe. That was never the recipe. This is a good Falcons team, man. This is a Falcons team that has a lot of potential. Damn. Let's see. So if the Colts lose and the Patriots win, then the Broncos would be 6-2. Well, actually, we'd have to see what the Broncos win too, because I think the Broncos are still losing to Houston. So we want the Broncos to lose today because the Broncos are also 6-2. And so if the Patriots win, they would go to 7-2. If the Colts lose, that would drop them to 7-2 also. We'd have to see if the Patriots would have the tiebreaker or if the Colts would. But if the Patriots win today, they have an 89% chance at making the playoffs. If they lose, they have a 75% chance. If the Colts win against Pittsburgh, they have a 97% chance to make the postseason. If they lose, they have a 90% chance. And so I feel like the Colts would still hold first, but I'll have to see. All right, flag on the play on the Patriots return. Patriots get it back to the 35-yard line with Chisholm. Holding by the Patriots. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Damn, all right. That's on Jelani Tavai. First penalty on New England today, though. So outside of the turnovers, the Patriots have done really well with no penalties. So at least there's that. At least there's that. Let's see. The Broncos are still losing 7-15. All right. Drake May drops back. He goes out to Stephon Diggs. Diggs goes out of bounds. I guess he doesn't go out of bounds. Okay. He had the football. He went out of bounds, but the clock's still rolling. All right, Travion Henderson and Jack Westover in the backfield. They're going to give this one to Henderson. Henderson gets the first down and a few extra. 12th carry for Travion Henderson. Season high for him, man, as you could have expected. Guys, if you're just tuning into the show, make sure you hit that thumbs up button. It really helps support the show. By the way, hit that like button. By me saying that, it should have lit up. The like button should have lit up. Also, if you guys hit the like button, YouTube's doing this thing now because it's the fall, it's Halloween time, where you hit the like button and it turns into a ghost. So that's pretty cool. Drake May's under pressure and just goes down. Going to be stopped for a loss of 1 there on first down. So Drake May's definitely been under pressure in this game. And that's the difficult part, too, is that Drake May, when he's under pressure, he's going up against the number one secondary in the league in the Atlanta Falcons. And so when he's under pressure, it's not like just get the football out quick because guys are covered. This is a good secondary. This is a good pass rush. That's what makes it so difficult on quarterbacks. But 2nd and 11 here. Drake May drops back. Drake tries to go to Hunter Henry, but the ball's incomplete. 3rd and 11. What are these pins the Patriots are wearing? I can't. All right, 3rd and 11. All right, Drake May drops back. He's under some pressure. He goes out, and that's a conversion. Stephon Diggs. Drake May needed to go somewhere. He hits his playmakers. And boy, oh boy, is this awkward for you, Deshaun. 3rd and out coming. It's also not, I said 3rd and out. My dyslexia kicking in. 3 and out coming. Well, Deshaun, that would not be correct because Stephon Diggs converts on 1st. Hey, man, shout out to the new member here of the Patriots Global family tuning into the watch party for the first time. We appreciate you, man. A toss off to Travion Henderson, and that is going to be stopped for a major, major loss. Patriots try to give a toss to Travion to the left side. That's going to back them up now behind the 50. So a big conversion on 3rd down to Stephon Diggs. And now instead, you go back here on 1st, toss it off to Henderson, and now you're going to be in 2nd and long. Hard to run tosses against this Atlanta team. And the Patriots ran a toss at a very, very inopportune moment. Yeah, that's a loss of 8 there. I don't really love the play call. Drake May's under pressure immediately. Drake May's going to run. Drake May's going to get a few and then go out of bounds. So it's going to bring up 3rd down. So Drake May going to have to work a little bit of magic. It's going to be 3rd and long for him again. Morgan Moses gets beat on the block. And Drake May, as soon as the ball touches his hands, is under pressure. So 3rd and 12 now. That toss to the outside for Travion Henderson on 1st really, really killed this team. Can they get enough yards to attempt a field goal? That's the big thing here. May's going deep. I don't know what he was doing with Pop Douglas there. Inaccurate pass by Drake May. Felt like he wanted it all. And you're not going to have enough here to go for the field goal, I don't think. I would have just tried to get enough yards there to get 3 points, put you up by multiple possessions again. Can't step into the throw. Inaccurate, 4th and 12. And the Patriots will, in fact, be punting. Like I said, you should have tried to get enough yards there to attempt a field goal. All right, Atlanta's going to have to go the length of the field as they're going to be taken over here at the 15-yard line. Certainly missing Kayshon Boutte, that reliable deep threat here for Drake. Nine minutes still left in the game. Someone commented on my TikTok, Christian Gonzalez is ass. Man, what you mean he's ass? That's crazy work. Mike Vrabel hit the new touchdown celebration behind the back. All right. First down and 10. Atlanta's at the 15, down by 7. 9 minutes left in the game. Michael Penix drops back. Michael Penix, should have been intercepted by Christian Gonzalez and right off the hands, man. What? What? How do you not get that? Gonzo, I was just out here having you back, and you get a gift thrown right to you. How do you drop that? Yo, what? If Gonzo gets that, the Patriots are going up 14 right now. I don't know how Christian Gonzalez drops that, man. Should have had his first pick. That would have been huge for the Pats. Penix is under pressure. Flag on the play. Pass incomplete. Hands to the face on the Patriots. 5-yard penalty, automatic first down. So they're going to say that's K'Lavon Chaisson. K'Lavon Chaisson gets his hands a little bit too high, gets it on the neck of the left tackle there for Atlanta. Stephon Diggs. His woman Cardi B is doing a little touchdown celly. Do it. Do it. Do it, Cardi. Yeah. Yeah, she did it. Yo, Cardi B did the touchdown celebration. Let's go. Oh, that's awesome. Man, I'm still on that dropped interception from Gonzo, man. If Gonzo gets that interception, that is like, that could be a game sealer right there, man. That could be a game sealer. Who y'all voting for tonight? Y'all voting for Kansas City or are you voting for Buffalo? It's got to be Kansas City, right? But like, also, I don't want Kansas City to win. All right, Atlanta's at the 20-yard line. Mike Vrabel not happy with the play call. Or not the play call, but the penalty call there. Bijan Robinson going to get about 3 or 4 here. It's going to bring up second down. Ooh, KC, Buffalo, KC. KC for sure, F Buffalo. Will Taylor be at the gate? Probably. Yeah, Buffalo, KC, Buffalo. Wow. This is actually split a lot more than I thought. So you guys are also struggling on who you want to win that game. I get it. I get it. But like the division's close right now between New England and Buffalo. And so like I feel like you gotta go with KC, right? Because you're more worried about the Patriots right now. Penix goes out to Bijan Robinson. Bijan Robinson brings down the ball with one hand and gets the first down after a gain of 9. Insane play by Bijan Robinson. In coverage by Marcus Jones, and Bijan just comes up. Marcus Jones is going stride for stride with his movement, and Bijan just comes up, knocks the football down into his lap, and secures the catch. KC wins, but Mahomes with 4 picks. Deshaun, you can't say you saw anything coming when you said 3 and out, and then the Patriots got the first down. Even a broken clock is right twice. Penix is going deep with the pressure. Gonzo. Oh my gosh, Gonzo. Christian Gonzalez might be injured here. Flag on the play. Or he might just be upset with himself. Wow, Christian Gonzalez with illegal contact, and the reception was still allowed. 40 yards. Great catch by Drake London, man. Amazing catch over Gonzo. Gonzo was down, but oh, no, Christian Gonzalez might be injured here. He's walking off the field. Deshaun, bro, you ain't being real. You just being a hater. Like, stop. My guy, thanks for supporting the channel, but like every single time that like there's a play, you call something negative. Oh, this is going to be 3 and out by the Patriots. Oh, this is going to be a touchdown by them. And then you're never right. But then the one time you're right, you're like, oh, I told you. It's like, no, you just call this every single time. Like, if you call something every single time, at some point you'll be right. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could say every single day it's going to rain. At some point, it's going to rain. Like, all right, Atlanta's across the 50, knocking on the door of the 25. Gonzo's out of the game right now. They're going to give it off to Bijan. Second and 7. All right, they fake the handoff. Michael Penix is just going to go down to Bijan Robinson. Bijan Robinson with another one-handed catch. It's going to be 3rd down now for Atlanta. 6 minutes left in the game. They're down by 7. Third and 4. Penix is just going to get outside the pocket. Is he going to throw it? He will to Kyle Pitts. They're going to say it's an incomplete pass. Kyle Pitts had the football, but then drops it. Patriots recovered, but they're not going to say it's a fumble. They're going to say that's an incomplete pass. It's 4th and 4. What will Atlanta do here? Gonzo's not on the field right now. Do you get a little bit greedy? Or do you take the 3? Looks like they're going to go for it. 4th and 4. Atlanta went for it once on 4th down today, and they didn't get it. Defense has to come up big, baby. Defense has to come up big. Penix takes the snap. Penix fires a deep pass, and they get it. That's going to be Drake London on Carlton Davis. So the drive is going to continue here for Atlanta. Deshaun, man, I'd be careful trolling in the chat. We got a lot of mods. One of the mods might end up putting you in a timeout if you keep the trolling, my guy. Just heads up. All right, 10-yard line here for Atlanta. All right, they're going to give the ball off here to Bijan. Bijan's going to get a few here. Where's Bijan Robinson at on the day? So Robinson's at 34 yards on the day. All right, Penix has all the time in the world. No, oh my God, it should have been intercepted again. Are you kidding me? Gonzo drops an interception. Carlton Davis drops an interception. Flag on the play now. What are we doing? So penalties on Atlanta, but nonetheless, oh my gosh, catch the ball. 2 missed interceptions. Are we joking? It's 3rd down. So Mike Vrabel's going to decline it. All right, Penix drops back on 3rd. Penix has time, one-on-one. Incomplete. You had Del Pettis going up against Kyle Pitts. And now that's 4th down. What does Atlanta want to do? 4th and goal. All right, they're going to go for it again on 4th down. They are 1 for 2 on 4th downs. Got one just a few plays prior. Defense is going to have to come up big. Patriots sending an all-out blitz. That's dangerous. Patriots send an all-out blitz. Carlton Davis is saying he didn't get it. Drake London saying he did. They're going to call this thing a touchdown. 3rd touchdown for Drake London on the day. Insane catch by Drake London, man. Carlton Davis really thought that thing was out. One-handed catch by Drake London, secures the football, gets 1 foot down. The other foot just barely drags in. That's an insane catch by Drake London with 3 touchdowns on the day. John Parker Romo misses the extra point. John Parker Romo misses the extra point, and the Patriots maintain the lead by 1. Wow. So the Falcons get some magic tricks, but John Parker Romo misses the extra point. I mean, Drake London is the Atlanta Falcons offense today. 3 touchdowns, all in the red zone too. I mean, how long does it take for the Patriots to realize this is the guy that we're taking away? This is the guy that we double team. This is the guy that when we get into the red zone, this is the guy we need to take away. But they keep giving him one-on-one matchups. They gave him one-on-one matchups with Marcus Jones. He capitalized. They switched to Carlton Davis. He capitalized. Stop giving Drake London one-on-one matchups. Like, take this guy away. Double team him. I mean, why are you sending an all-out blitz on 4th down? I don't love that play call. I don't love the play call of an all-out blitz there because Michael Penix will take advantage of that. So it looks like Gonzo has a head injury. Gonzo's probably in concussion protocol. And if that's the case, he's not coming back. So I don't understand that. If you check a guy for a head injury and he has a concussion, list him as out or put him back in the game. There's no questionable. His concussion isn't going to change in 5 or 10 minutes. That's not how that works. He's got a concussion, he's out. He doesn't have a concussion, put him back in the game. All right, Chisholm on the return. Give me some magic, Chiz. All right, Chiz. That's all right. Just go down. All right, Patriots go with Travion Henderson. Tough run here by Henderson on 1st. So, 4 minutes. You can't just drain the clock here. Patriots got to go down the field, man. They got to get into the end zone, especially with Gonzo not going to be returning for this game. You have got to hope that Christian Gonzalez somehow clears concussion protocol in a week. Not having Gonzo against Tampa Bay, like that's why you need Gonzo. You need Gonzo for that game. And if you don't have him for the biggest matchup that this defense is going to have for the year, that's rugged. 2nd and 6. Drake May incomplete for Kyle Williams. Every time Drake May targets Kyle Williams, it's incomplete. Third and 6. What a terrible play call. What a terrible play call. You're trying to check it down to Travion. What are we doing? 3rd and 6, and you're just checking the football down behind the line? Good punt by Bryce Behringer. But I don't understand the play call. I mean, you're 3rd and 6. You're leading by 1 with 3 minutes left in the game. And you try to swing it outside to Henderson. Bijan Robinson breaks a few tackles. Bijan Robinson gets the first down. Movement up front. It's going to be on Atlanta. False start by Atlanta. 5-yard penalty, still first down. First and 15 for Atlanta. Penix drops back. Penix has all the time in the world. Oh my gosh. No pass rush. Drake London, of course, with a catch. Patriots can't stop Drake London. Save their lives. 26 yards. Two minutes and 13 seconds left. They're across the 50. Penix has time, throws the football at the ground. It's Bijan Robinson, Milton Williams coming across the field. 2:09 left in the game, second down. Come on, defense. I'm telling you, though, that interception by either Gonzo or by Carlton Davis would have been massive in this game. Penix has time. Flag on the play. That's intentional. That has to be intentional grounding. Wow, intentional grounding by Michael Penix. Penix thought it was going to be on the Patriots. I'm not really sure why. Intentional grounding by Michael Penix. 10-yard penalty, and it's third down. Wow. Big play by Milton Williams, who comes through unblocked. Michael Penix thought he had a guy next to him, and he doesn't. And that's intentional grounding all day, every day. I'm not sure what Penix was thinking there. Sees Milton Williams and the Patriots pass rush come in, and Milton Williams can't believe it. The dude just threw it straight to the ground. 3rd and 20. Don't send out an all-out blitz. Come on, you got a gift here. You got a gift. They're backed up behind the 50-yard line now. Double team Drake London. Penix is going in the middle of the field. Incomplete. 3rd and 20. Now it's 4th and 20. What do they? I mean, they have to go for it. Oh, no. They're going to punt this? Whoa! So the Falcons are punting here. 2 minutes and 3 seconds. Patriots are down by 1. They're going to rely on their defense. Drake may has an opportunity to put this thing away. Third and 20. Patriots need a big play here. Come on, Marcus. Come on, Marcus. Damn it, Marcus. All right, Patriots have to go the length of the football field here. One minute and 53 seconds left. Atlanta has 2 timeouts. The Patriots have all 3. I kind of can't believe that Atlanta isn't going. I mean, yeah, I get it. 4th and 20. That's pretty rugged, but given the amount of time left on the clock, I'm going to text my Atlanta Falcons friend, Berto, who covers the Atlanta Falcons here. Look, I cover the Patriots. I want to know his thoughts on the punt. I kind of can't believe that they punted the football there. Patriots offense has the potential. The Patriots offense has the potential to put this game away. Get a couple first downs. Don't be conservative with the play calling. Don't go run the football, run the football, run the football, and then give them the ball back while you're down or while you're up by 1. Excuse me. I think I said the Atlanta Falcons might have been up by 1. I meant the Patriots are up by 1. And so this Patriots offense, they have to not be conservative. If you go run the ball, run the ball, run the ball, and you're not trying to get a first down, you're just trying to drain the clock, you're only winning by 1. You're going to give them the football back, and all they need is a field goal. Don't give them the football back when all they need is a field goal to win the game. You got to treat this game like you are down. You have to treat this game, this offensive drive, like you are down by a point, not that you are up by a point. Make sure you guys hit that like button if you haven't already, man. Support the channel. All right, Patriots offense going to take over here. This one's a nail biter. Come on. Patriots, not even at the 20-yard line here. They're at the 17. They're going to give the football off here to Jennings. He gets 3. Raheem Morris takes a timeout. Atlanta's only got 1 more. 2nd and 7. All right, they're going to run the football again. 2nd and 7. It's going to bring up 3rd. See where exactly that is. 1 minute and 41 seconds left here. Third and 5. What will the Patriots do here? Atlanta has no timeouts left. 1 minute and 42 seconds left in the game. It's 3rd and 5, so this is very convertible. What will the Patriots do? It's 3rd and 5. Outside, it's a first down. Go, Hunter. Go, Hunter. Get down. Let's go. 3rd and 5. They can't stop the clock. They can't stop the clock. That's a first down. The Patriots have won. The Patriots won this game. Are you kidding me? One key 3rd down in a 1-point game, and the New England Patriots come up big. 3rd and 5. They get Hunter Henry into space. He stays in bounds. You can't stop the clock, and the New England Patriots stay in the game, and they win this thing. It wasn't pretty. It wasn't pretty. But they won the game, and that's all that matters. There is a lot to go back to at the end of the day. You got to go back to the drawing board. Rough day by Drake May, but you won the game, and that is all that matters. I don't care how you do it. You win. You won the game. You are 7-2, and that is all that matters. Oh, my gosh. I've not felt this way about a game in a long, long time. I mean, coming down to the wire, I'm shitting bricks right now. And you're able to still come away with the win. The missed extra point by John Parker Romo comes up to be absolutely massive. Patriots really should have honestly blown them out today. Patriots should have put up at minimum 30 points. I mean, you want to look at the things offensively the Patriots should have done to be able to get to 30 points. You look at all the points they left on the board offensively as a unit. You look at the missed interception by Christian Gonzalez, the missed interception by Carlton Davis on the drive that allowed the Falcons to put up that final touchdown with Drake London, who put up 3 touchdowns in this game. And this game could have been very different. So Patriots win. I know a lot of you in the chat, I made sure to keep track of a lot of you in the chat that were doubting, oh, we're lost, oh, we're done. You have faith because of games like this. Guess what? This isn't the only game in Patriots history that is going to come down to 1 point, that is going to come down to the wire. When good teams play good teams, these are the types of things that happen. And Atlanta isn't a bad team. Atlanta is an inconsistent team, but Atlanta is not a bad team. And the Patriots were able to come away with this one, man. It's funny, man. All the people that said we were going to lose this game, I don't see them in the chat right now. We're going to lose this game. Oh, we're done. Well, if that's the case, how come we just won the game and you're nowhere to be seen in the chat? If you're a real fan, you have faith in the team. You do not lose faith in your team until the clock hits 0. Until the clock hits 0. And there were people at halftime, there were people in the 4th quarter that said, we're done. Have faith in the team. You got Drake May, you got Mike Vrabel, you got Josh McDaniels. Patriots needed to just wind out the clock, and it came up big. The math does go with the Atlanta Falcons ultimately punting the football and not going for it on 4th and 20. But if you're Atlanta, you got to know you got Drake May on the other side of the field, and they trusted their defense maybe a little bit too much. Maybe should have went for it on that 4th and 20. Also looks like the Pittsburgh Steelers did beat the Colts today, so the Patriots do get a little bit closer to the number 1 seed here in the AFC. We'll look at that overall seeding and that placement later on in today's post-game stream, which will be at about 5:30. Let me see. Did the Broncos lose today too? And the Broncos and Houston Texans are tied right now with about 5 minutes left in the game. You got to hope that somehow Mills finds a way to win it for the Houston Texans so that the Broncos go down a notch also. But as always, man, I appreciate you guys so much for kicking it with me for another live watch party here for the New England Patriots. On your way out, we got 209 people watching, but only 160 likes. Let's try to get to 200 likes by the end of the stream. Help support me massively, and it's really cool, too. You hit the like button, YouTube turns it into a little ghost emoji when you hit the like button, so it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool, in my opinion, but let's get into the final remaining super chats. Alpha Courage says first 7-game win streak since 2020, man. So it feels good, man. It feels good to be back on a winning streak. And it feels good to get a win. To get a win in a game that ultimately we should have won. The Patriots shot themselves in the foot today. Call it like it is. But it wasn't a game like it was against Pittsburgh where they shot themselves in the foot and then they lost. They shot themselves in the foot and they remained clutch at the end to still win the football game. And that's all that matters. A win is a win and a loss is a loss. Okay? A win is a win and a loss is a loss. And the Patriots came out with the win today. Something that, let's remember, Buffalo wasn't able to do against Atlanta. Buffalo couldn't beat Atlanta. New England beat Atlanta, though. I know that. That's just a fact. Guys, remember that we are going to be announcing our 2 jersey giveaways on today's post-game stream with Rob. So make sure you guys go ahead and stay tuned for that one. But until our post-game stream in about an hour or so, about an hour and a half, we will see you guys later. Make sure to tune in on over to Bleacher Report because we will be live in about 5 minutes breaking down my initial thoughts on this game. But until next time, appreciate you guys for watching and go Pats.